All right. All right. So tonight, trying to work on a couple things, hopefully get one or two things done to be able to better move the stream and content forward. All right. I think I think last week I'm gonna pull down that song. That song was a bop, so I wanted to make sure let that last one play. But I think that's a good level right there. So one of the things that between yesterday and tonight that I had spent a lot of hours on was getting taxes ready, and so I'm so glad that we have most of that ready. We have a tax appointment tomorrow night, and I just hope I have everything ready. I have everything properly prepared, and I'm just fried from that. Fried, absolutely. KFC, fried. I wanted to look. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna do. Put this over here. I guess I already was there, but okay. I have actually an entire bookmark for this, talking about like what are the best extensions and stuff here on Twitch to use, and then maybe I'll look into some of those and maybe setting one or two of them up in a better way, kind of visiting through them. I gotta be honest though, with where my head is, I might be dropping out of stream a little early tonight. Man, this music I was hoping would do a little bit to help pick me up, but I even had a late night cup of coffee to try and help, but I'm gonna sleep right through that, I feel like. Should I have these on? They haven't been on in a hot minute. It's a new week. I need to change that one. All right, let me look here at my streaming tools. on Friday, if you weren't here, we got started on a new game, Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. And so we'll be playing that more this Friday night. That's the goal anyway. That's the goal. And then on, tomorrow night, a little bit more, have more conversation about different things in the realm of budget creators, and trying to create some resources, some video content in that realm of helping out people who are shoestring budgeted, same place I began, and trying to give some pointers and just don't do some of these things that I've done, and here's some thoughts on different things. Here's where to start. That's where we are right now, the beginning stages of if you're really looking at doing this. So we got the robe on tonight. Nice little, it's not really, I don't know. It was a gift from the mother-in-law. For Christmas. So it's got the, don't know if you can see it. There it is, Steelers logo. But it is what it is. I gotta keep that visual so I know. Yeah, I think looking at some of these, I've got this whole bookmark right here, this whole folder. In fact, I should just do this and be like, open all. Oh baby, what did I just unleash? I'm gonna have to mute these. I'm gonna have to like pause and each one I'm gonna have to go through and just like pause it so it doesn't automatically start playing.
Switch extensions can help you gain
Oh no!
subscribers, and even Switch extensions can help
Oh no!
viewership, followers, subscribers, and even.
This is what I was afraid of.
What's going on, guys?
They'd start playing.
Whistle here, and I've got a great video for
Stop
you.
it.
Are you taking advantage of Twitch's extensions? Because some of them are.
All right. There we go. We've got the links. We've got it all ready to go to be able to talk a little bit tonight about Twitch extensions, looking at kind of what other people, what some thoughts are on what the best ones are to use, and possibly what ones I need to be looking at setting up. See how far we can get in this conversation here tonight before I completely drain and fall off. So let's just do it. I want to see what some of these beeps have to say.
You're streaming on Twitch, then you already know there's a ton of cool stuff that you can
Yep.
add to your stream. But
Yep.
get more viewers, make more money.
Okay, let's just
aiming
jump
and
ahead
hot,
here.
and number one is going to be the Streamlabs stream schedule.
Stream
and
schedule
countdown. It is
countdown.
a little widget that you put as a panel underneath.
What's your reasoning
stream.
for
So let's
this?
go check out my channel. We'll just go to the top right corner, hit channel. Then we'll go to the chat option or about, doesn't matter. Scroll down and
See,
you can
I've
see
had
right
this.
Here we have the Streamlabs stream schedule and countdown. And the neat thing about this is that you just
I used to have this. Let me pull up my Twitch. Mute it so it doesn't just play like the intro trailer or something like that. With it, oh yeah, you have to click on your face and then go to the about section. But with it in here, I have this is what I got right now. I need to clean this up a little bit. What do we got? This right here is the thrower, the viewer attack. This one here is Tangia. And then there's Discord, TikTok, gear. I need to update that. I don't think that's updated. Support. That's if people want to support. This is my throne wish list. A little bit about me. I haven't updated that in a hot minute. Rules, YouTube, Twitter. So it's not excessive. And then there's like fresh roasted coffee, which is one of my main affiliations. And Positively Tea, same company, but for different, if somebody likes tea over coffee or whatever, have them down here. So the idea is about putting it down here. I used to do that. I used to have it back in the day, but that was when I was using Streamlabs instead of Stream Elements. I don't know if that makes a big difference. it is kind of nice, but it just gets messy down in here. And who actually, like, not many people actually look at that. There's the schedule tab that can be seen and worked through more easily, in my opinion. So so yeah, that's, I don't know. I don't know how I feel, how I really truly feel about that. I feel like, oh, I could edit that. I could edit that. This right here. Because right now we're playing games. I mean, we're doing different video stuff, but that's the game that we're actually playing. So I'm just gonna put it there so people can see that. Anyway, quit out of there. So I don't know that I agree with that. Streamception. Yeah, Ashmaster, how are you? How are you? We're looking at different potential, like, I'm trying to refine and work through on Monday nights. I'm working through, unloading a box at a time. And right now, just looking at different, like, Twitch extensions, getting some thoughts on them, and what ones I need to actually be focusing more time on making sure that I have, or that are set up clean and such. So, and the first one we just looked at was Streamlabs counter or countdown. I don't know. Maybe you guys, anyone in chat, you guys might have an opinion on it. But like I said, I used to have this back when I used Streamlabs before Stream Elements. This was a while ago, but I just don't know that many people actually, like, are down here in the about section. I really don't know about that. But Ash, how we doing? Good to see you. I think it says it's been a hot minute since seeing you around these here parts, but it's good to have you nonetheless. Welcome to 2025. Welcome to my home. Yeah, so I don't know. Anybody have any thoughts on that? Anybody have any thoughts on that? You always look at people's about? Oh, I got you, Ash. I got you. Well, welcome. Welcome in. Enjoy your stay here, rather than whatever it is you have to do. Zev, how are you doing tonight? So you do look at the about section. Okay, anybody else? I don't, like, when I think about it, if I click on somebody, I usually actually don't search for anybody except for if they're live. When I think about it, I'm literally just looking for live, and I'm trying to jump in and get a feel for their content and a feel for them, as well as for what they do and such. So and then from there, I might look at their about section. So I guess if that's the case, but, like, I know that I am not the norm with how I handle Twitch, because I'm a dad of two. I'm rarely on Twitch outside of streaming myself. So I'm not really a good tell for that. But I appreciate you sharing that, Dev. That's good information to have about what people do look for. So do you guys think that something like this would be beneficial to have on the channel? Something like, like I said, outside of, he just goes through how to set it up and what it looks like and stuff. Outside of the countdown, oh, I got you, Zev. I got you. Yeah. See, my approach is I always go in and I'm watching and listening and seeing how they're approaching things and what they're doing in how they speak and how they go about different things, and then I'm looking at chat as well. But I'll be honest with you, almost 99% of the time, I could care less about how the chat is actually interacting as much as because I'm jumping in for the streamer. And then when I try to connect with the streamer and ask a question or jump in, say, hey, something like that, if there's people in the chat that then, make me feel welcome and stuff like that, I'll obviously engage in conversation and such. But so yeah, I'm very much about, like, how's, like, if I don't vibe with somebody who's streaming, like, I don't get a good feel for it, then I probably won't be back. Like, and that's nothing on them. It's just we each have our personal tastes. You know what I'm saying? Each have our personal tastes. But I think let's see what
which is
let's
found
see
on
what
the
he
screen
says is
dashboard
number
in the
2.
top right corner. You go to left-hand side that says.
Okay, we're not going to
Effects
set it up.
extensions panel under here. Moving on to number 2, which is a really popular one, is the blurp sound effects extension. You can find it.
Blurp.
Well, it's right here under.
Hey, guess what? Guess what, people? We got it. Let's go to back here, I guess. Streamception about to happen again. Right here. This is what I wanted. Extensions, my extensions. Look here. Blurpy blurpy. So I do have that up here as well. So I'm going to keep that. I'm going to put that all the way over here, actually. And I can X out of that. And so with that, actually, I had that there for a reason. I had it because it was on the extensions. I'll put it in between. So we will look at blurp. I do think that that is a good one from what I have seen with that. I don't know exactly what all blurp does, but from what I have seen in its capabilities, and why is it not loading? Uh-oh. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. You got memes, emotes, auctions, AI, TTS. So this is definitely one that I want to look more at, and I want to compare. I want to compare this, and maybe after I look through some of these videos here about like highly recommended Twitch extensions and such, maybe I'll look at specific to like, okay, I'm looking at ones like Viewer Attack and Tangia and Blurp and ones like this. Which one should, like, let me see somebody compare them. You know, what are we talking about? Stuff like that. What else does he say? We got Blurp.
Make a little bit of extra money on the side.
Yep, you can do
with it. Extension number 3
stuff like that. Yeah.
Crowd control is one of the best ways to mix.
Crowd control. Actually, right here, we've used crowd control on this channel. We've done it with. I have to look at the idea of doing it with Java Minecraft because it's not capable with the other one, the one that I've used a lot. I shouldn't say a lot. I've not played a lot of Minecraft, but in the times that I've done different fun stuff like that. With the community, or for the community, for content, you guys have been like, I haven't been able to do the one where interaction has been able to happen via crowd control, but we have done only up is a little outdated now, but I haven't actually opened it up in a hot minute, but I can see, if you can see here on the screen, I got it where my mouse is going crazy down here at the bottom. I do have crowd control, so that is one I would like to understand more and look more at how to better use on the channel, because I do believe that there is a lot of beneficial use to that. So crowd control, blurp, these are two that I'm already got kind of in the same, where I'm on the same wavelength. I like it.
Engagement and making some extra money on the side.
Let's keep going. Let's keep going.
So usually I just keep it to bits, but I digress. Moving on to extension number 4. Technically, this is not an extension, but it is a
cheater,
feature
liar.
on Twitch. And I already know there's going to be one person in the comments like, well, Cody, you know that's not actually an extension, right? Shut up. I bet you were the kid in school that when the bell rang, you reminded the goals through.
Okay.
All
right. We don't need all the attacks. Jeez.
Goals under grow your community here, so you'll add that.
Oh.
Simply click the button here, and you'll be able to add a follower goal.
Oh, the goals. We have those already.
To add a subscription goal, or you'll be able to
yeah. I get what he's saying. Like, it's important to be able to do those. We have those. If you look underneath of the stream, let me see if I can actually go there. Let's go home. Let's go home, boys and girls. Oh wait. I should have gone back to channel. So down here should be like right here, right? Delcary's goals. Yep. See right there. 16 followers to go, and we'll hit 800 followers. If we hit 7 more subs, and we'll hit 10. I know I have this one up here, which is like out of 5. I haven't coordinated these in a while. I might change this one. I might change it to 5 just because restarting back up into consistency. You know, 10 sub goals as a goal. Like, we can change it to that once we hit 5. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. That's my own personal thing to kind of figure out. Bits, you know, 5,000 bits is is the goal we have set there. And I don't have the plus goal set up because I don't like, I could do it right here. It says add plus goal. If I added the plus goal, you got to have a certain kind of, you know, right now I have 0 out of 100. And it's like, I'm not going to take, okay, we have 1. I'm sorry. We have 1 out of 100. Oh no, it wasn't meant for this month. So we're at 0 out of 100 on the plus points. It's not worth, you know, mucking up the space right now. Maybe if we grow more down the line, we'll do that, but I'm not really concerned about that. But yeah, we use those 100%. I do think it is wise. You should be using those on your channel.
Moving to number 5, we have a pretty controversial one, but it is timeout with bits.
Oh.
Luckily, my chat is full of buttholes. So
whoa. Timeout with bit. Oh, wait. We got to hear what he has to say about this.
Moving to number 5, we have a pretty
Let's turn this music down a little bit. I want some people, they might not be here yet to hear this, but I think this guy and I might have a similar chat sometimes. Vondon, how you do? Come on, man. I shouldn't expect anything less for you coming in to press that button. But listen to what he says here, because I think I think there's some similarities to my chat.
controversial one, but it is timeout with bits. Luckily, my chat is full of buttholes, so they love it. You'll find this one.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is chat. I think we found one that we need to look into. All right, let's look into it.
If you go to the search bar and type in timeout.
Timeout. Oh, I think I did.
So this one is cool because you can actually have your chatters time each other out by using their bits. And it's actually really simple. I have mine set as a component, and viewers will literally just be able to pay a certain amount of bits to time out another chatter for X amount of time. And if you click on the configure button, here you'll be able to adjust all of your different timeout options.
Oh man, this could be dangerous. This one could be dangerous. Vondon, how you doing tonight, by the way? Good to see you. This one could be really dangerous because it's one thing, like I think I did add it. I think I have it, but I don't have it set right here. Timeout with bits. The danger of this one is like people, there's a core group of people who have been in and around the channel who would do this to each other and would have a blast with it. If I could pay bits to be able to time out so-and-so, you kidding me? But if you don't want me to press it, don't make it so shiny. I'm good, just finish gaming for the night. Listen, that's why I have it as shiny, because it's supposed to be a test. It's supposed to be a test of who actually can follow the rules. Anyone who presses that button shows me that they could never be entrusted as a mod on this channel. That's all I'm saying. And a lot of people I've had as mods before would not be trusted with that button. So that's a must press the shiny. Yeah, that's what most people say is, why'd you make it a red button if you didn't want somebody to press, So it's, you're right in line with what other people are saying. This timeout with bits one would be interesting because I do know of some people. I can think of, he's not here right now, but I can think of Red. Red would love this. And some others who Hilly might like this, to be able to use this on each other and be able to, like, I want to give bits to the channel, but I want to see what I can do with them. People like to throw stuff with like viewer attack, or use it on a GIF or a sound bite through Tangea or Blurp or something like that. But dude, if I instead could time out some, like this guy over here, and make him sit out for 2 minutes so he can't talk in chat, people would love that. This might be a fun one. I don't know, chat. What do you guys think? Could this be a fun extension to use? Keep your VIPs safe. Toggle whether your subs and VIPs can be timed out. So you could create some sort of interesting, but I have that in my installed extensions, but never put in as an activated one. That might be one to to look more into, I should say. But if you get anybody in chat, you have any thoughts about the idea of doing timeout with bits, where you can time out another chatter in my chat for fun at any time using bits, then let me know if you guys think that'd be a fun idea to have or test out. But let's see what else. I think he's got one more. You can choose a VIP. I love to support people too, because I'd love to be supported, so I'm gonna hit that like button.
These are subs deserve to be timed out. You can also add different messages. You can add alerts, theme customization. You got a bunch of stuff. But if you got a chat that's a little bit spicy, this is a great one for you, because once again, it adds more engagement because people kind of use it against each other, and also puts a little extra coin in your pocket. So
okay, he keeps talking about coin in his pocket. Like, we're focused on building community here. That's what we're focused on. If money comes by and through, awesome. But that's really not the forthright idea of trying to build up the extensions that we use on Twitch. I will say, Vondon, I appreciate you sharing your thought there. I mean, it definitely is a good point, especially when you have, like, I'm somebody who I had at one point when I was more active, on Twitch. I had some different mods, and it has been a while, and so they are not like really active anymore. And so I basically am back in that camp of where, like, what I did have in people who were here as mods and enacting certain things for me are no longer. So basically, I'm a one-man show at this current time when it comes to certain things. And so, yeah, definitely you got to make sure that if there's certain people who are kind of trusted, you want to make sure that they can't be knocked out of the ballpark. I didn't intentionally do it, but I don't know basketball, so I did my bracket based on who I liked, and my biases showed. Sev, hey, share your bracket in the sports. You should be able to just upload it, like a picture of it or something like that, screenshot or something. Upload it in the sports channel in the Discord. Upload it there. I'd be curious to see what different people have. I was gonna do, like, when's the deadline to do that? Like, when are the first games? Here we go. Just look at NCAA. Sunday, which was yesterday. The first match. Oh, tomorrow. Okay. I need to do those. I saw somebody talk about this, and I actually agree with them. The idea of you do 3 brackets. I saw some people arguing for you do 4 brackets, and I'm kind of okay with that. The 4th one that they added is the upset bracket. You make a bracket of the people who you think are most likely to get the upset. So you have an upset bracket. You have one that is the way the guy did it was head, heart, and what was it? No. Yeah. It was hurry, head, and heart, I think it was. And the hurry was just like real quick. You just glance through and you choose based upon what you're seeing. And then the second one you do is based on head, like think through, look at some stuff and decide like really how do you think it's going to go. And then heart is like you let some of like what you're feeling and thinking and some of your biases show in and stuff. And then the 4th one is the upset one I already talked about. But yours is heart. All right. Well, there's a difference between heart and biases. The heart bracket can have a little bit of bias, but it can't just be bias. But I need to create at least one. I haven't done one yet, so maybe yeah, maybe I'll do one tomorrow morning. I can't do it tonight. We're focused.
To my favorite extension, which is a game changer and so simply the Prime Gaming Benefits Reminder. You'll find it if you just type in Prime in the search bar, and
we already do
Prime
that.
Gaming Benefits Reminder. This thing is so freaking.
We already do that, right? If you're here, yep, right there. Prime. Subscribe. Something went wrong. Oh yeah. Oops. Oh, you guys can't see it. Oh, you guys can't see. I can't believe I just tried to do that. So listen, apparently what I tried to do is here on my own stream, I was looking at it. I was like, yeah, see it here. It's right here. You guys can see it. And then I clicked on the subscribe button. You can't subscribe to your own channel. Like my Prime is available now, but I can't use it on my own channel. And I accidentally tried to. Whoopsies. All right. So that's what he has to say there. I do think we have a couple of those. Blurp, we will look more into. We already have like the goals and stuff on our page. The Prime Gaming Reminder, I do kind of like that one. I already have that one here, but we'll look more at that. And then crowd control, we already use in specific situations and scenarios, because that's not an all the time one. That one's based upon playing a game that is available with that capability. So the timeout with bits, like the guy said, you have to pay attention to the durations and exceptions. Don't want to join a stream on one day and get insta timeout and can't interact, but I think that's a setting. Speaking from spirit. Yeah. I got you. Yeah. You almost want it to be something that is willful. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't want it to be something that somebody can catch a stray. Like, that's not the premise of it. The premise wouldn't be that somebody comes in or somebody who's just chilling in conversation and they catch a stray being timed out. It would be like the premise would be, how do we make this available for those who want to be who want to get in a little bit of a bar fight? You know what I'm saying? Like they're the kind of people that are just like, you know what? I am being a little bit of a prick, and they can get timed out. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of willful piece there. So I think that is a good one to look at, and I do have that here on this list to definitely look through. So we can quit that. Put that one out there. Let's see what this guy has to say.
channel. They're all built into Twitch itself, and they're
Yep,
super
yep,
easy to set
okay.
up. And some of these extensions just simply add like an easiest things you can do right at the start to make your stream look a little bit more like really quickly, because a lot of people use this and know about it, but it's the subscription.
Okay. Yep, we already got that one.
Also remind you
The subscription one.
moving on, branded stream countdown.
The stream countdown. Okay, so we come back to this. Breaks a bottle on the bar. I'm down to fight. So here's your Final Fours: Auburn, Florida, Mississippi State, and Tennessee. Okay. Well, I think from what I'm seeing, you're crazy not to have Duke and Florida. You have Florida, but I'm saying not to have Duke there. Like, if you follow like the past however many years, I saw this breakdown that showed like the tendencies and stuff like that. Like, the winner this year is either going to be Florida or Duke. Just saying. According to this like tendencies thing. So, you know, fun fact. I don't really know basketball. I just fill out a bracket and watch a couple games here or there. But did you know no team, I think it's not west of the Mississippi, but it's west, and the line like goes up through the panhandle of Texas, like up through there, the panhandle of Oklahoma, above the top edge of Texas and stuff, like straight up and down. Nobody west of that has won the thing since 1997. And so in all likelihood, that that kicks out how many of those, you know what I mean? And you follow these tendencies, and like 66 of the teams are out. And I think it comes down to like Duke and Florida. Duke and Florida are one of those teams is going to win this year. If I'm right, somebody owes me something. If I'm right, somebody owes me something. Come drop a five bomb, 5 gifted subs or something like that. I'm just kidding. All right. Oh, that's what I was gonna ask. The Streamlabs countdown. He says it too. What a face to stop on him. Poor guy. I shouldn't do that to him. The Streamlabs extension. I mean, what do you guys think? Hate to pop in and start a fight and then leave, but I need sleep. That's all right. You're the one who decided to break your bottle instead of just keeping it in conversation. Vondon, I appreciate you. Have a great night. Good seeing you. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you and the family are doing well, man. Zev, it is my fault. Duke won round 1, and round 2 was versus Mississippi State, and I couldn't have Duke beat them. Are you you're a Mississippi State fan? I think we talked about this last week. Or I think you said something about that, right? Because we had joked about like something came up because I know Red is a Gamecocks fan, and the idea of somebody else down there, any other team, cheering for any other team. I don't know. I can't remember. 100%. But what do you guys think? Vonda, maybe you've thought about this before you disappear. Or I think you already disappeared. But the countdown, is that a realistic... Do I still have it over here? No, I don't. But there was Auburn. But I do love Ole Miss, Mississippi State, and Tennessee. Interesting. Any reason why? Just because are you from the area down there? If I go to Streamlabs, yeah, so you can do any of these, but specifically, oh, excuse me, this one. This is that one. Apparently, I'm a masochist, and I don't like cheering for winning teams. Anybody have any thoughts about this? Maybe I'll install it, just because the thing about Twitch that's really nice is like installing it just adds it to my like installed list. It doesn't mean I have to do anything with it right now. But like I used to use that. I used to use it a lot. So I'll hold on to it because I mean it did look nice. If I remember correctly, when I did it, when I configured it, will it automatically go back to some of the stuff I had? Yeah, see, oh wow, yeah, it still has some of my old settings. It still has them. So if I like added this one for, what do I usually do? 1030. And then I usually do, oh, it wouldn't be 1030. It would be, it'd be 2230, wouldn't it? Yeah. And then Tuesday, that one is usually at 9, which then would be 2130. I'm just going to see what this looks like real quick. And then this one here also would be at 9:30, which would be 21:30. Right? I think that's correct. Military time. Same with this one. 21:30. All right. What is this? Oh, okay. Save settings. And then just X out of that. I just would have to make it live, right? And this would be where I would just activate it and I would set it as a panel. I would just have to set it as a new panel. Add as a new panel. Done. And then I can just go over here and we can just check it out and see if it's something that we like. Boom. Right there. See, I mean, it does look pretty nice, and it gives a nice clean. I think I had really gotten away from it because they added the schedule to where you can have the schedule straight up on here instead of having to go to the about. But what do you guys think, chat? Do you think it's nice? Do you think it's nice to have this right here? Keep that right there. Man, I mean, it does look clean. I'm not gonna lie, it does look clean. I need to better set this up and shape which panels are where, because like the fact that you just have this big, like, this is one of the things I don't like about these kind of panels. Like, I like that it's nice and easily accessible for you guys, the people who like to throw stuff at me on stream, but at the same time I don't know that this is gonna be like that this is beneficial. Like visually it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. But anyway, we'll just keep it live there for now. Let's see what else this guy's got to say.
Branded stream countdown. This will appear in your panel section below.
All right,
your stream.
move to the next one. We already looked at that.
Quite often to this day. It's in this one somewhere. Yes, we're talking about sound alerts.
Sound alerts. All right, so we've seen what the other one. Can I go straight to extensions from here, or no? I have to go through my channel and then click extensions. Okay. My extensions, sound alerts. So that was one where I need to have up here as a, I'm going to have to add it to my bookmark bar. I have had and used sound alerts before, but I didn't spend the time setting it up. So I'm going to keep it up here as well. But this is where we start to get into this area of where like blurp, sound alerts, Tangia. There's pieces that they do, but there's places that some of these overlap. Blurp and Tangia can overlap. Blurp and sound alerts can overlap in a different way than blurp overlaps with Tangia. Do I use all of those? Probably not. And so I got to figure out what I want to give my focus to.
Essentially a massive soundboard again that goes.
Yeah.
Essentially, they can scroll down the list. Revenue if you want it to. Okay.
I mean, because sound alert is like known by a lot of people, so that one's very easy, and that one would be easy too, connecting to my Stream Deck as I get that reset up again. So when it comes to Stream Deck, when it comes to connecting as well with Twitch, the voice mod would be a big one that I'd be using in the future. I keep forgetting I have this one right here. I don't have to keep changing this one from like Stream Manager. I can keep, or Home. I can keep this one on Home, or I can keep this one on my channel. Nope, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. I'll just switch them, I guess. Anyway, So I think sound alerts is one that I have looked at
The
before.
next extension I want to talk about is
But we'll come
another one
back.
that's- The next
What's the other one?
extension is more of a utility-based one, and I
Okay.
think it's really useful. Not a lot of people use this, but it's one you should definitely consider because it could help a lot of your viewers out and potentially make it more watchable for them. So
All right.
it's closed captions.
Closed
And
captions.
there's a few variants again for this, kind of like I said with sound alerts and blurb. There's like a few different options you can pick from, so it's worth having a look and seeing which one would be best for your stream and which one you think looks nicer. It will put closed captions directly over the top of your stream if they wish to have it turned on. You can obviously turn it off as well, so if you put that extension on, don't worry, it won't always be there. It will only be there if the viewer actually wants to see it. But it's just the same as when you're watching a YouTube video and you can turn on the...
Yeah. And the closed caption, I've always enjoyed having closed captions on. The only issue is I've been having a problem with, and yeah, so much of a problem that I took it off last stream, with Stream Closed Captioner. This one right here. This one was the best one that I had found. This one right here by Talk to Me Gooseman. This one I felt like was the best one, but I kept dealing with issues of where it wasn't like picking up my, it wasn't picking up my microphone or something. I don't know what the reason was. If I go to Discovery though, let's look at, if I just type in captions, I don't want to put it in the whole thing. See what ultimate closed captions, stream sentiment analysis, getting sentiment of the streamer by using NLP. What? Oh my. When viewers sees the stream as being too negative, they can opt out. When streamer can also react when they see their own analysis. Wow. But I have this one. This one is the other one that it shows, which I'm not a big fan of because if you look at it, it just pops up as a box. Well, I guess that's similar. Let me see here. Is that similar to how this one works? It's user adjustable font though, and draggable text. Bit enabled translation, streamer dashboard. Interesting. So you can kind of move it how you want on your stream. But the issue is, what is the most capable use of that? That's the question, because the issues that I've had. So I'm just going to go back here and go back to closed caption. Oh, now we got more. Old Cattails extension. What? One streamer against players, but spectators can help one side or the other. The game is currently in closed playtest. We are actively searching for streamers interested in testing this game. What in the world is this game? So you would literally play... That's interesting. That's just... Yeah, I grew up in Central Alabama. Didn't want to be a bandwagon fan, so I picked Auburn, and Alabama hates Tennessee, so I like Tennessee. I really can't explain the Mississippi schools, though. You probably just don't hear much about them. I could be off, though. Stream buddies, latest followers. Yeah, so these are the really only stream closed captioner. I'm really curious about this old cat's tail thing. Anybody else? Should I contact them about, like, they're actively seeking for streamers interested in testing this game? It's an asymmetric multiplayer game. Let's gain some better understanding of what this here means. Distinct roles, objectives, and abilities, creating an uneven playing field where teams or individuals face different challenges and strategies. Okay, gotcha. That makes more sense. Got it. For some reason, I just couldn't piece that together. But that's not what we're here for. Should I try this other one? I'm curious. I'm curious if this one's going to be a little bit simpler. No, it's the same thing. It's still a third-party extension before you go live. So it's the same way you would have to do it. But I'm still gonna do it because I want to compare them. I'll have to look at them to see if which one's better or easier or works.
CC below it, it's just
better.
like that, but for stream, and it just makes it more inclusive for people that might need those. Okay, I'm going to throw in the extra tip that I mentioned at the beginning
bonus
of the video,
tip.
and this is one of the most important things I think you can do with extensions through all of them, as you've probably seen a few times in the edit for this video. And my tip to you here is, if you're playing any kind of game at all, like no matter what game you're playing, if you play it regularly,
Yeah.
even better, search
Oh,
for your game
okay.
in the search bar,
Stop.
because they have loads of different extensions now.
Yeah. So this makes sense. I mean, I'm cutting him off before he's finished, but I know what he's talking about here. Is you have this idea of, obviously there are specific extensions that people have created specific to certain games. So why would you not activate that? So if I go to play Apex again or whatever, then I would want to look and see like, hey, are there any other Apex ones, stuff like that.
Leaderboard. This is one that is still on my stream to this checking for your game. The next extension I'd recommend is the Streamlabs leaderboard. This is one that is still on my stream to this day, so if you want to see it, head to my panel section.
I don't know how I feel about this because, I mean, I just, one, everything isn't connected into Streamlabs for me. This person's a Streamlabs homebody, I believe. So so let's skip ahead of this one. What else?
The extension I want to mention is completely different to the rest, and it's a real dope extension.
Okay.
It's called Stream Legends.
Yes.
It's like an RPG game.
I've heard about this. Okay, so different games that are built into extensions, and this one is, I think I added this one before because I used to look at ones like Raid. What was it? Something Stream Raiders or something like that, and different stuff, which aren't extensions, but this was similar to Stream Avatars. I'd be curious about it. Stream Stickers. So I had added some of these to my potentials, but oh, maybe I don't see Stream Legends. Let me look here. What? Does it not exist anymore? I had heard about this one and I was really curious about it, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do anything with it. Darn. Man, if I did stuff with like smart light bulbs behind me that you guys could change colors, I could do one like this, which lets viewers control a streamer's smart devices using Twitch bits. Stuff like that. What's this? Oh, that doesn't look good. It looks weird. A stopwatch for measuring the lack of a streamer. It's kind of like a game. When a streamer goes away on his own business, you can take time and then write the time received in the chat. The one who has the time will have less game for honesty. What? Okay. All right, so unfortunately they don't have stream. I mean, is there anything in the... Did I see something? Stream Legends seems to not exist now. This was 2 years ago. I noticed during editing, however, there are other similar options such as Loot Goblins and other interactive things like Pando. As promised, I have put a bunch of other extensions in a huge list in the Discord. Okay, so he has a Discord one. All right, well, we're going to look at those real quick. Loot Goblins. So these are a little bit different approach to what I've been looking at with specific extensions on things that could be beneficial in different ways. This one's more like a game. Let's look at it, though. 4 adventurers go head-to-head as they traverse a massive game board with the goal of slaying the Goblin King. Use the extensions to allow your viewers to participate in Loot Goblins. Interesting. I'm going to install it. Just, hey, we haven't tested out any that are like that, so why not? Why not? And then Pando was the other one that this guy recommended. So let's just search that up real quick and see what that is. Pando. Adopt your Pando, a cute virtual pet. Oh, this is one of those. Choose between 8 adorable pets and let viewers feed, play, or pet them. Pando is easy to install and compatible with any broadcasting software. After adopting Pando, it will happily greet your community and cheerfully celebrate new subs. You can even play games, add TTS, and customize your chat alerts. Okay, so this is a very interesting idea. I've seen versions of stuff like this. I do kind of like that idea, being able to have like your pet that you can come and see, stuff like that. Some people aren't into that kind of thing. But it's been fun to see in different ones. I'm going to install it just to look at it. Just to like I said, welcome. I'm not going to set it up yet. But I don't know. Is there something more like that? Those are extensions for games. These is for viewer. Pando is right there. How about that? Are there any others that are up here on this list? No. Peepo stream, what is that? It's the sound bites and stuff. It's another one of those. Interesting. Yeah, I don't see anything. Okay. All right. Well, not good with that one. I hit the like on there. Good. All right. Thank you, sir, for your service. Let's see what else we got here.
Make your stream stand out,
Pastor
elevate your stream
Gaines.
quality a little bit, and make it fun.
Let's
I
see.
made an entire video on stream avatars. It is on my channel. Go check it out.
Okay, I already installed that, but I don't have it set up, so that's another one that we're gonna look at. Perfect.
But, for lack of a better term, it's a bunch of different characters at the bottom of your screen that are gonna represent your chat when they talk, when they're doing different things within your chat. It is really interactive. It's super awesome, and everyone always has a lot of fun with it. The next one.
Oh, interesting. I don't necessarily like how messy this can be, but I guess you can change the size, or you can change where they walk or something like that. Like I could move the sub goal down underneath, and I could have them be able to walk across my head on here, kind of thing. I'm guessing you can set it up like that. So I'll look at that. I'll have to look at that and see what that is. But I could have swore one like stream avatars or something like that cost actual money. Like you had to buy it from Steam or something like that. I don't remember though if that was that, or I'm thinking something different. But what's this here? The Prime. Everybody says the Prime one. Already got that one. And then you've got rank 1 gaming profile.
This profile allows you to let your community know everything about your gaming life, what you've played, what you want to play, what you're currently live with. You can write down different goals you have for the games. It is fantastic. I recommend that you guys go get a profile set up for yourself, download it, and get it on your channel.
I gotta be honest with you. I kind of wish that the GG app had one of these, because that's where I've kept track of a lot of games I've played. For the sake of, I'm curious if this would be an easier way to be able to then keep track of the games in which I have played, I'd like to play, or for anybody who would use this then to be able to, like, or I want to be able to do this with this game. It looked like there were some goals kind of things. That seems like a really cool idea. So I'm gonna go rank 1 gaming. We're just gonna see here, because again, this is just seeing which ones we can have and look into later. Right here, your gaming profile, add that, and we'll look into what that looks like down the line. But boom, 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 boom. All right. Okay, I don't want to get lost in that. What else? What else we got, Pastor Gaines?
I have worked personally with Rank 1 as a company. They are phenomenal. Highly recommend. Coming in at slot number 4, we have the Streamlabs leaderboard. This allows your chat and your
Why does everybody want the Streamlabs
who's given
leaderboard?
the most subs, who's donated the most bits, who's subbed the most, how long people have been following. It is a great extension. It's pretty self-explanatory for what you get, but if you're looking to keep track of all that stuff, this is the extension.
Okay. I don't know for myself if I feel like that's really an extension that I want, because again, it can really muddy the waters. If I go here to my about section, it can just really, like, if you're putting different stuff down here, that can really muddy the waters. And I'm not sure that having a leaderboard down here, I don't know, chat, what do you guys think? Anyone who wants to give thoughts, like, what do you guys think having a leaderboard, does that do anything for you as a chatter? Are you somebody who's like looking at a leaderboard and be like, oh, hey, I could, because like ones like this for a specific extension that I have connected with, this is viewer attack. Like you could look at the leaderboard, and this is specific to viewer attack. I'm guessing there's probably going to be one here with the Tangia one as well, but I don't know. I don't know. It's the second video that I've seen that has talked about using it, and usually it's being recommended by a couple different people, and so it's making me think like maybe I need to look at it. Streamlabs. Let's just type in Streamlabs and we can see right here the leaderboard. I think I used to have this, but again, I've been on Stream Elements, so that's one of the things for me too, is ever since I moved over to Stream Elements out of Streamlabs, I'm not sure like what connection back in and what it keeps track of, and I don't know. Chat, any thoughts on that? I guess I can just hit install. I don't have to set it up. I can just hit install for now. So, but chat, feel free to give any thoughts you have.
5 is going to be called Top Clip. This is an extension that allows your best clip that has ever been recorded on your stream to either appear on the panel or on your screen for people to see. It's really awesome for new people to come in and see some of the best moments that you've ever had on stream. I think this is great for new people to get integrated and get to know what exactly they're getting when they come view you. So this is a pretty good extension.
Okay, the only downfall on that is when your top clip is a clip from when your kid was a baby and y'all danced on stream together or whatever. And it's not really a picture of what your content is. I mean, it's family and it's fun and it's light, but I just don't know that it communicates it well. And I wouldn't want to delete it to then try to make something else the top clip. That's the downfall of one like that to me. Unless there's a way. Yeah, no. It just says your #1 clip. Okay. Moving on.
Coming in at number 6, we have Pando.
Yep, I already got Pando. Sound alerts.
Customize your most recent
I don't really
videos,
do
posts.
Instagram.
This allows your community to offer suggestions that would either enhance the stream or things that they don't necessarily like that they wouldn't like to see around as much.
I used to have suggestions. This was one of the first actual Twitch extensions that I had on my channel, and I never did anything with it, and nobody ever used it. Like I didn't have any. Maybe it's something to where I can better look at using it, and I can look up how people would recommend its use. But I literally wrote extension. Oh my goodness. Was it recommend? What was it? Suggestion box. Golly. Right there. I used to have it installed, but that's actually not, it's not a bad idea to have something like that where people can communicate like what they think, what they'd like to see, especially if I'm asking that, which I like to. I like to get feedback on like, hey, guys, if we're looking to do games, like what game ideas do you guys think? Or, hey, you know, should we, you know, we've done different things over the course of 5 years. Is there, if there was one thing you could see brought back, you know, like go throw it in the suggestion box and see what kind of weight it bears, that kind of stuff. Would be good stuff. Good stuff.
This is a double-edged sword because on one hand, this is
And
going to be a actual feed of your Twitter. As you tweet, it's going to show up on your live feed on this extension, and it's also going to allow the people in your community to be shuffled to your Twitter. This is another great one to let people know with the Instagram to your Twitter, to that social media.
I'm not sure
that's
about
it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed
Okay.
it.
I'm not sure that I like that idea personally, but let's see what this one's got to say.
Who wants to stand out. So first up is this extension called Crowd Control. As the name suggests,
We already got crowd control. Let's keep it moving.
The second extension I want to talk about
Pando.
is which is something I've been asked about a lot. I've done one
Voice mod. I have that one. Just because I forget how it happened, whatever. But I have the app, and I want to connect it to my Stream Deck. So there's a lot of pieces that actually make way for that. And if I go to my extensions, I believe I have it somewhere in here, and it's just not set up yet. Yep, right there. Voice mod live changer. Yep. Let's keep moving.
one video on so far, and I'll likely this video are pretty similar because things like this add value for a viewer. It gives them elements of control or apart and give them something to come back for. That's honorable mentions as well. But if you're still watching right now, I want to let you know that there is some free gifts for you waiting at the end of the video for getting this far. This free gift. Now let's go on to the next extension, which is Jump Scares by Dixper. Now,
Oh,
this is a
no.
fun one. You might have actually heard.
Okay. All right. This one, I don't think I'm going to go
They
to.
have quite a lot of differing Twitch tools, but this extension I really like. I won't bore you with how it works again. As you can imagine, it's similar. You pay bits or channel points and get a redemption, blah, 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 blah. But the cool thing about this one is it will play an image
That's creepy.
and a sound effect when it pops up. And it also pops up over the top of your main monitor's gaming screen. So it's not going to go on your second monitor of your chat or different places. It will be overlaid on the full screen of your main gaming monitor. The reason I think this is a great idea is largely because jump scare clips do extremely well. I'm talking platforms like TikTok and YouTube
What?
Shorts. You can clip this super
Wait a minute,
easily.
wait a minute,
If
wait a
you're
minute.
not used to getting clips, or you don't normally play something that gets a lot of clips that are that entertaining, this is a way to get essentially free content to cross-promote yourself, so when you're not live, people can still see clips from your stream that are enjoyable and then come and find you later on. It boosts your discoverability, and even on top of that, people just love seeing jump scares and fails and issues and stuff that goes
Wait a
wrong
minute,
when
wait a
the
minute,
stream
wait a minute.
pops up. And it also pops up over the top of your main monitor's gaming stream.
Wait a minute. That right there is one of the things. Okay, that's a really creepy picture. Let's get that out of there. If I'm understanding that correctly, did I understand that correctly? Did he just say that it will literally pop up over like where you're gaming, like over top of your gaming monitor? Because that could be huge. That could be huge to actual, like, other than the loud ones, like the moist jump scare and stuff like that that people like to do through like Blurp or Tangia. Yeah, Lux, hey, great to see you. It's been a minute. How you doing? Yeah, I agree with you that it is something that doesn't necessarily add, if you're looking at ones that allow beneficial community building. It can be great for viral video, or it can be great for creating funny moments if you have that person there. You know, those people there, definitely. You know, unfortunately, I think a lot of these are around the idea, like, you have to try and figure out for what you want to do and for what you think your community or the people that you've connected with would most appreciate and then would most connect into and use. You have to kind of figure that out and then look at the extensions that are available and which ones you would use. So, you know, if you have people that want to do something to where they have, what's that one called, where you would have a pet, Pando or whatever, and so you could get a pet and then you can come back and you have a pet every time, or stream avatar. Oh, then other ones, like I know for our own community here, I know you got one or two guys who just love to always chuck stuff at me. So they just love like viewer attack, or they love a jump scare out of either Blurp or Tangia kind of thing. So the Dixper thing actually kind of sticks out as a potential, but yeah, I don't think you can rely on extensions to be able to actually build growth as much as fulfill the ideals that you have for the community you want to build, and therefore enhance the growth as you are aiming to build. You know what I'm saying? Checking Twitch and saw you on. It has been indeed over 3 years. Golly. Yes, it's the last time I saw you. It was in May of last year. It was May of last year. I think you poked in one time there as well. It's good to see you, man. Hope life's going well for you, for the family. Yeah, the last interaction I had with you streaming was you were hitting it in the cup. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of golf. So not 3 years. Yeah. No, it wasn't 3 years. It might have been 3 since you've streamed. Is that right? Since I've interacted in your chat. I just remember you golfing it up. The sound of the cup, the drop of the ball into the cup will forever live in my ears. Like, it is one of the most distinct sounds. It is one of the most distinct sounds I think you could ever hear. Back to golfing it up. Let's go. Nice. Are you like new game? I don't know the golfing games. I still have like it's not a 2K one, but I still have like professional golf like 19 or something, cuz it was one that all my buddies could have and play, and they would get super irritated at because they didn't like golf really, but but there's something about golf that it's the most, I don't know, it's one of the most enjoyable but most aggravating games, man. Games meaning like sport, you know. But yeah, so Oh man. Okay, yeah. So I don't know if I want to add this Dixper one though. Let me see here. Dixper. I could have swore, oh, it's just jump scares and then memes by Dixper and then Dixper ranking. So it literally, if you wanted to do those kind of things, you could just do it all through. That's kind of nice in the way of like simplifying the system that you do it through. You just do it all through Dixper. And then you have the memes one as well. It doesn't have the sound effects though. That's a thought. Something like Dixper being able to do that and then just having them all available. And then there's a continuity piece as well. Because right now, like you look here and like I've got this throwing attack one, viewer attack that people love to throw stuff at me on the screen. I don't think, is it on this? Oh yeah, it's on this one too. But then there's this one as well, which is Tangia, which is more like TTS or soundbite meme. I think that's more the meme and the GIF, but they just are their own block orange and block purple. Like they don't scheme together at all. So PGA Tour 25, dude. Okay, for the talk and enjoying life. Streaming has changed so much since COVID. All these crazy extensions. Yeah, it has. And this is where like so what I'm doing right now that you've come into is I just recently actually got back in aiming for consistency, kind of doing a 3-month field test, if you will, of streaming again. And we're in week 3 here, and Mondays I usually spend what I call the Monday night workshop. And so the idea of taking an hour on it's been a little over an hour. I'm gonna have to cut off relatively soon, but and I just work on different things that I don't necessarily have other time to work on. So things about expanding what I'm doing and what I'm able to do, fixing up stuff on OBS, looking at extensions I've not been able to spend time researching. That's why tonight I had this bookmark folder. All right, let's look at this stuff about different extensions, and then we'll start to really look into what we can do with them. And who knows, maybe it's stuff that I could cut and put out there and people might, I don't know, people might be able to benefit from it, but that's not my first goal of Monday nights. I'm not trying to create an other form of content because I already have so many stinking goals of that. So Monday nights, an hour, 10:30 to 11:30, that's what I'm doing. And then on Tuesdays, doing what I call budget creator labs, trying to have a focused time, usually 9:30 to 10:30 ish, just an hour on Tuesday nights, focusing on different topics and conversations, which may be potential videos to help and encourage and just share from my own experience with stuff from a shoestring budget, trying to do content, trying to do streaming, trying to do those kind of things, and helping out young people who are looking to get into that. So yeah, that's Tuesdays, and then Wednesdays I'm off. Thursdays 9:30 till 11:30, usually 2-ish hours. That's focused on football. That one's going to be changing. I'm still trying to figure that one out, but that's probably going to be more TikTok live for some high engagement football related stuff, and then the latter half be here on Twitch with further conversations, thoughts, maybe some stuff with some actual football gaming. I don't know. Still feeling that out. Football is a part of the content plan, but I'm not sure how and where that will actually best work. And then Fridays are kind of the video related and gaming related content nights. So that's kind of the, boom, 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 boom feel for what I'm looking at and what we're doing, and just seeing what's going to come of it. And then on the weekend, I'm writing a book. So you still coaching? I'm still technically a volunteer, but actually one of the things I'm looking at in the background is about more private coaching, private training, in the way of looking at potentially, I haven't touched it in a few weeks, but I had spent a couple weeks really diving into it, and then I kind of breathing. But basically private business idea in the way of not being held to a public school system, but specifically being able to reach out to parents and teens around me locally, and being able to specifically work through position specific technique work, technical stuff, as well as football specific things, with understanding, best ways to view film as a middle school player, and different things like that. So trying to look at different ways to be able to formulate opportunities there, and then also potentially being able to, being that it would be a personal venture, personal business, it leaves open opportunity for me to be able to be more free with my faith, and be free with discipling, and free with character building and leadership training and different things like that within that realm of football, which is very limited in the public school system. When you're in that kind of position, there's only certain ways that you can do certain things. You're also limited on time and limited on, you have so many different focuses. This would allow me focus on the things I want to focus on, that people would be asking me to help them focus on. And in the midst of that, I then can be a light, you know what I'm saying? So that's the beauty of the thought. The reality is going to be what is going to actually be the capability and reality of that. So technically a volunteer right now, looking to do my own business with things. I'm not on a paid staff right now. I'm just not able to be because of my boys. So last year was my first year. I said, I can't do it. I didn't go back into paid coaching last year. I became a volunteer because my wife was no longer home on maternity leave, and I had 2 boys that I needed to take care of. So family wins out. You know what I mean? Family wins out always. But yeah, so that's a lot of different potential directions there. And then on the weekend, I'm writing a fantasy novel. So that's been a really, really exciting and fun venture that I've been heading down. And in some ways, it's weird because you hear all those, and I hear all those when I say them. And it's just like, bro, you need to focus. You can't be spread so thin and like be focusing on some football related stuff, some video related stuff, some gaming related stuff, some whatever over here, and also be writing a novel kind of thing. But the reality is, and I've known this about myself for years, and it's actually been one of my biggest difficulties with YouTube and the supposed niche idea and niche focus. I want to be more direct about the niches that I'm going after, but the way that my mind works, if I were to just focus in on one thing, I would lose passion for it. I'd lose focus on it as well. Just ADHD brain and the focus of the way in which I would go about those things, it wouldn't work. And so actually having so many different things, it is helpful. I'm still trying to find I still am trying to find a better handling of it, which is part of why I say this is kind of the 3-month test period with streaming and stuff again. But I'm trying to keep myself having these things to be able to bounce between, let my brain be able to move over here, take a break from that because now I'm moving over here, take a break from that because now I'm moving over here. And so, but I got to tell you right now, guys, I keep controlling myself with this because I can't let other ideas of what I could do with it get ahead of myself. But with this writing a fantasy novel piece, there's definitely going to be pieces down the line about being able to have a support and update system and capability of group kind of thing. So I just have to reach a certain point before I allow myself to start to actually create that kind of thing. So hey, I appreciate that. I appreciate it, Lux. Yeah, it's I've said to my wife about, like, that's one of the things I do want to get more. The idea of like collaboration is one idea, but kind of in the same vein, right? Collaborating, not walking the path alone, but also even in the way of like, I think about like Twitter and the way of use of Twitter, and it's just like, okay, interact with more, right? Interact with more people, interact with the people that you are following and stuff, and responding on stuff rather than just like eating the content you're seeing, maybe sharing your own thought here or there as your own post, and then moving on. You know what I'm saying? So see my S tier bracket and be jealous? Oh no. Oh no, Zev. Hey, I appreciate. I'll check that out after stream. That's in the sports channel, right? But I do appreciate that, Lux. Yeah, I gotta get this. I had reached out actually as well. I know Pastor Dustin had been talking about like trying to collab with different people, and I was just like, you know what? My focus isn't necessarily around like there's a tendency that happens of where if you're a Christian who is doing streaming and word gets out that those who also are a Christian come and chill or come and hang out. And I want to be more reaching based upon different interests and connections and opportunities than to be able to be the light of Christ. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the difficulties of this idea of like collaborating with other, you know, like a Pastor Dustin or whatever. Great dude and great opportunity, but it's like, does it align with the vision? You know? So I appreciate that. Lux, where are you located out of? One of my biggest, if you feel comfortable sharing that, one of my biggest frustrations and issues of all time has been consistently the it's literally just the disconnected nature IRL, the disconnected nature physically. Because one of the things for me is I'm a huge believer in physical church, in the physical church and the physical relationships, like IRL relationships, I should say. Physical relationships carries a different connotation. Whereas the digital many times for me is just not, it doesn't pull to the same weight. That might be a me thing. Oh, okay. The Great White North. Let me write that idea down in my list of book ideas. I'm just kidding. The Great White North. That's funny. Back in Michigan. Yeah, you'd have been closer to me in Ohio. I mean, you do you, boo. I'm just kidding. Oh man. Yeah, I do need to. That's one of the negatives of having so many different like bounce back focuses, and it's not a negative. The next thing I'm going to say is not included in that statement of another negative, but being that I'm a dad to two boys, and you know my wife works all day, and so I care for our kids all day and look towards probable forms of homeschooling, and then kind of a handoff. It's not intended to be a handoff, but opportunity for me then to work is in the evenings, and maybe there's ways I can pull that out with either football, videography, content, things like that, mixtures of those things like I have the past couple of years. And man, it has been really limiting some of the goals that I had for this year. Really fleshing out a communication plan, really fleshing out a networking, a community plan, stuff like that. That's been really frustrating. So, but I do. Are you someone who is more like Twitch Whispers or Discord, or because shooting a DM is a very vague statement in today's world of 60 million forms of communication. So, but yeah, streaming in general has really, it has changed a lot. And life has changed a lot for me, which has affected streaming and what that looks like and all that kind of stuff. Got you. Oh, it doesn't let it do it here. Gotcha. Well, it was great catching. Great to be able to even just be able to speak on some of those things, because I'm trying to, obviously, the vision is what I'm trying to carry on. It's what I'm trying to move forward with. You know, part of the vision of Delkery is in specifics to like my YouTube, the plan for video creation and stuff towards YouTube is the idea of helping young creators, supporting young creators, helping them to survive, to revive, and to thrive. And so those are some pieces that push focuses of what I'm doing, while also looking at things that have shown successful opportunity. Like I said about football, all the second half of last year, I was doing TikTok lives once a week, and I thought about moving it even to more than that because it started blowing up. It started blowing up on live because I was just talking about football and fantasy football, and giving thoughts on different takes and stuff. And I must have been hitting for some people because it just was growing. So that's where, like, okay, it'd be dumb of me not to look at trying to be able to do some of those things that are having success, but also I wouldn't be able to do football lives 4 nights a week just talking about fantasy football or just talking about the NFL. Like, for me, there's like, I love football, but there's bigger fish to fry that I think I want to have more opportunity about. So trying to see how that all plays together is really what we're in the middle of trying to do right now. So welcome to the mess. Anyway, guys, so we got to look through some of these tonight. We have quite a few that we're going to have to. I'm going to finish this video. Let's finish this video and kind of see. And you can still ask questions and still talk. Like, it's not saying like, okay, that conversation is done, let's now move on. That's not what I'm saying. I just want to try and finish out at least this one video before we see. Actually, I might be able to just shoot through a couple of them. Like this one is talking about, reach more viewers with this Dixper. This one is this viewer tomato? Yep, this is the viewer one. We enjoy this. People in this community enjoy this one. Yep. That's the viewer, what's it called? Viewer attack. Yep, viewer attack. And then, what else do we got? What else do we got here? Come on.
Throw a tomato at the screen or something silly like that. If they follow you, they'll get a certain amount of channel points immediately. So just look for them that. So Twitch emotes, for example, that's a good option to kind of keep it branded and very specific to your channel. Emotes, for example, that's a good
yeah. We got to look at emotes too. I haven't touched emotes in a hot minute for this channel, but still, the greatest one is still available. If you become a sub, ladies and gentlemen, then you can slide around Twitch right there.
Next up, sound alerts, one of the best extensions. Let's be real.
Sound alerts, we already got that one.
There, and it has a page full of some super basics like you. So
okay, all right, we liked it for him. All right, perfect. All right, let's see here. This one, oh my goodness, this is a 30-minute one.
Teach you a little bit more of maybe through a referral file.
Blurp.
Normally, that
sound alerts.
Here,
Prime game.
this is just a
crowd control. Everybody's saying the same stuff.
Streamers should have.
Merch panel.
I have all of my merch set at time based upon how many
timeouts. Viewer attack. Yeah, everybody's saying the same stuff.
You can actually.
Everybody's saying the same stuff. All right, I'm just gonna give him the like though. Trying to support other creators, you know what I'm saying? Mr. Heels, Dr. Heels, got to support my boy. All right, haven't seen him in a hot minute, but I wanted to see what he had to say about some of this. 5 Twitch extensions for better streams.
Amazing to help your stream grow and your community have a good time. So in this video, I'm going to show you my 5 extensions, and hey, share some of yours. And normally on my streams, I have all avatars, and normally on my stream,
I got that added, but I haven't done anything enough about it yet.
My games, all kinds of fun stuff, just gives then some interactivity in the stream. The next one is for the same reason. It's the Pokemon community game, and so Pokemon will randomly pop up in chat, and your chat can try to catch them. And also, this one stretches across all of Twitch, and so if they catch something in your stream, they also have it in someone else's stream. Really cool. Stream stickers.
Interesting. See, I'm not as huge. I don't have anything against Pokemon. I'm just not as huge on it. And so I don't know if that would fit me, but the idea that somebody could still do that, what? You got trading card? Oh, that's funny. You can collect trading cards as one too. Which one did you say it was? Was it Poke Extension? Poke Extension? No, it was this one. It was Pokemon Community Game. I'm like I said, I'm willing to hit install and then look at it later. So at least we got a list running. All right, let's see what else he
Make
says.
stickers pop up on your stream. I really like the Prime reminder. Reminds people to sub with their Prime.
Yep.
Number 5 is a little bit of a cheat, but it is the game specific
Yep.
extensions. Like, you know, those are awesome. Anyway, hope that was helpful.
Okay. All right. So we got pretty much a similar understanding from a lot of different people about that. And so one of the things I need to do then is, and maybe we'll do this next Monday, guys. Maybe we'll go through and try to look more at some of these. One of the things I think I might look to do, like I can go here, I can delete all of these now because we already watched these, but maybe what I can do is I can go through and I could look up different ones that give me more or comparisons between some of these ones. Because I can't use all of them, right? You can't use all of them, but we definitely want to use some of them. So maybe there's a specific kind of, like, if you could do Pando or stream avatars, right? Like, but to use both might be a little much. Or if you use, do you use timeout with bits or do you use viewer attack? Do you use blurp or do you use tangent? Like, those are some of the things that we need to look at. The PC build, this one here I had seen too. I was just like, oh, it might be good to do that instead of what I currently have. What I currently have is, can I just do that? There we go. Is to be able to add it as a nice little professional looking rectangle here, rather than just having this with the listed pieces. I don't know yet. Got to look at what some of them do and how some of them will overall look, and maybe that's what we can get further into next Monday. But speaking to that, I say tomorrow night, guys, 9:30, I'll be on. That is the goal every Tuesday. Budget Creator Labs, where we're talking more about, last week we talked a little bit about why, the why being the most important thing that you need to figure out for yourself if you're looking to get into any form of content, streaming, anything like that. A lot of people want to jump in and focus in on the tools and the gadgets and the software and the hardware and this kind of stuff, and what can I do with my budget. And the reality is you got to have a game plan first. You got to have a why. And so talk a little bit more about that, probably a little bit about niche tomorrow night, but just having some conversations. Sometimes people ask some questions, those kind of things. And also I have a thing on Google Drive that helps me remember what all maybe we want to talk about. So I try to keep my mind together somehow. That's why we have things like this. But yeah, so tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, back here again, and then same on Thursday and Friday, but for longer times. So with that, I say this. Appreciate you guys. It's good seeing Lux. Good seeing you again. I see some people in the background. I won't say names, but Zev, Vondon, Ashmaster. Good seeing a lot of you guys. And to some of you lurking back there, you know who you are. Appreciate you guys being in here. And I just want to remind you guys that oftentimes in our society, we allow ourselves to be shaped and our identity to be created based upon what we think of ourselves, what others say about us, our successes, our failures, any of those things. But the reality is our true identity is one that we were made with, not one that we decide or somebody else decides for us. It's about whose you are, not who you are. And through Jesus, we find the ultimate understanding of our identity, and that you are a unique, unrepeatable, beautiful, and intelligent miracle of God. You're made in his image. You're made with a purpose and a plan. You are loved, and you have great value. So, as the herd goes to sleep tonight. I hope to see you guys tomorrow, 9:30. And with that, I say, happy creating. Appreciate you guys. And peace.